So a lot of people talk about the cannabinoids with physical symptoms and physical as a physical solution, and I'm happy to talk about that too. But you seem to have done a lot of your work or your research, especially with humor and the mind and what cannabis can do for that part of our psyche. Do you want to talk a wee bit about that?
I do. I do. I see that that the ability to laugh, the ability to enjoy, the ability to relax into something that might be surprising has been, you might say, encultured out of us, so that we are careful, and our carefulness creates a psychological state where we're always on guard. We're always being protected. We're always rehearsing in our thoughts because of the next moment and what we might have to do. And this rehearsing and this protectiveness and this inner dialogue that we have makes it so that in the moment our sense of humor, our perspective, our feeling of lightness is decreased to the point that it could almost be non-existent, and what it takes to get a rise out of us is something really extreme, either something violent or something extremely erotic or sexual or graphic, but the subtleties of life, which are extremely humorous and extremely interesting, and I see them in this moment. With here we're talking to each other across the ocean, and we agree on some things, but we probably disagree on a whole lot of things, and we're having a good time doing it. I mean, there's something about the capacity of a human being to enjoy the moments of life that really can answer so many questions. That lightness can answer so many questions. We put the weight of our lives on things that just won't hold that weight. Whether it's success, it's always success in something, whether it's success in a relationship, success in business, success in self-image. So much weight around those things that it quells out our humor, and we're not allowed to feel good about things unless we come in first. And coming in first is a very demanding, uh, you know, I'll tell you something funny, that when I first heard your name, I thought of this line in a song, and I hope I can remember it right. I like my sugar sweet, but I don't like rushing, and something else. And it's from a song called The Mighty Quinn.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if you're a Bob Dylan song
I
fan,
am.
but I thought of that song, The Mighty Quinn, when I heard your name, and I thought of that line in it, and so I thought I got to do this interview.
So that's what convinced you, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan has taught me a lot, because being able to listen to poetry, especially with music, which makes it easier, being able to listen to poetry can be really opening, and that's another effect that I noticed definitely from smoking marijuana, was that it taught me that there's a whole exploration that can happen with ideas and words. They're not always for selling and convincing, they're for exploring as well. And poetry is abstract, and fairy tales are abstract. And some people have difficulty with abstract language, because it's always saying, people think, well, what does it mean? What does it mean? What they mean? What they mean? But it really doesn't matter so much what they mean. It means it's more important what you make of it. And I think I discovered that letting the mind run a little bit to someplace productive, rather than where it usually goes into worry and planning the future and lamenting the past. It's something I learned and something I value. So that's where I tripped over Bob Dylan.